said that you were looking for something you'd never find. You must have looked in lots of places. Right under your nose, in the pocket of your flannel shirt, under your well-kept bed, behind the blinds in your room, inside your crowded head, in your laundry basket of guilt, in your furious emails, in your earnestly pleasant electronic notes. Was it swimming in the beer you bought for your friends? Or perched on the peak of that absurdly obvious mountain range that's so tall it looks flat? Was it silently tipping the marshmallow scales of justice? Was it burned, dissipated as comatose smoke into the air? Was it in the back seat of the banged-up company truck you often people rides in? How about your shoes? Where you found the stones that broke your bones, which you systematically threw down Highway 101, most of which landed maybe 150, 200 feet before settling on the rest of the indiscernible roadside debris. You had to have looked for it in smiles, but those only meant the death blink. In elementary school classrooms, when people still line up in two single-file lines according to hair length. Petty MySpace top friend politics could be interpreted over and over and over again, like some old scripture that an obscure, forgotten people wrote down in a land far, far away who must channel divinity. What was it that you were looking for exactly? Just a moment to yourself, maybe? Yourself? A good time? A look directly in the eyes? An apology, a thank you? A ringing endorsement? A stern condemnation? A sustaining diet of tears? A reciprocal favor? A finger with no prints? An assertion with no assumptions? An unsolicited phone call from someone you wanted to hear? A conversation over a beer that didn't have the thing that you were looking for in it? Could you have been looking for someone to change your locks, bolt your doors, install surveillance cameras around your heart to deter intruders? Someone to tap your phone so you could be sure, so you could be absolutely positive that no one spoke ill against you? Or was it something not so specific? Like utter imprecision, like the immensely unlikely, like a really, really big, gigantic maybe. Like the eternal mood that lasts at least through the afternoon. Peace, quiet, a well thought out riot. Or perhaps just an undisguised, thoroughly planned escape route. Who did you ask? Your mother, your father, your brother, your sisters, your grandmother? Surely you asked the string strummers. You asked the young horn tutors. The garbage man? The nowhere man? The slick and the slimy with the pennies that fit in everybody's mouth. But they can't convince enough people to swallow change. About the people who pretend they're robots from the future sent to eliminate certain people, but don't care who or what they destroy along the way. What about the converted partiers who became convinced that they saw Lady Liberty changing clothes in an adjacent bathroom stall that conspired to pull the fire alarm so no one could deny it? What about the document perfecters with their astronomically expensive facades and their cheap sworn oaths, or the Supreme Congregation. They were all invited by friends of a friend of a friend. They got some of the most expensive, impressive robes in all the land. Then there's the opinion pushers. There's a zealot faced fake modesty. And the holy men who could afford new pants but didn't want to buy them. The chatter manufacturers sell their bound beauty each week for a decent cover price of about $5. These folks must have been accessible. But how do you know if the appropriate people were asked at the appropriate time? More could always be said. The tools of noise could have been down in protest. Everybody, even the terrific tenor, could have paused for a breath. The argument over how long precisely is a practical period of time to dispose of garbage could have been postponed. The most perfectly directionless need not articulate opposition to the blue meanings. And not all the penny eaters have their mouths full, though some disgustingly vomit dollar bills. There's got to be a divine contraption. Good, clean, jovial lunacy. What about the silent, priceless promises that can't afford advertising space, or the intimate house party where no gavel need be lowered? With the wherewithal to humbly admit that you don't know, and that's just fine. They're perfectly honest tailors willing to sew very fine pants, but even they can't guarantee the seams won't come undone.